Welcome back to another rebuild here on Madden 24, and today we're going to be doing another fantasy draft style rebuild. Who would have thought? And in this one, we're only going to be able to draft offensive players, no defense at all, but in the CPU draft, we can obviously draft them, but that's still going to be a tough develop. Obviously, edge is a problem. Safety, I struggle with a lot. Linebackers, it's okay. But edge is the main problem. That's the main problem. Obviously, just because we're drafting only offense doesn't mean that we're going to land a great team. Obviously, there might be rounds where it's like, I really wish I could add a cornerback, but, best available is this 87 overall guard that we have 10 of. So we don't know, but I'm trying to think of stipulations to how I can make this tougher, because obviously if we're drafting like 7 wide receivers that are all starting caliber, 10 offensive linemen are all starting caliber, I'm going to want to trade them, but it will kind of defeat the purpose. I don't think I'm going to allow trades for players. Maybe I allow the trade offer, trade finder for draft picks alone. We'll see. I'm not exactly sure yet, but obviously, we're kind of, running out of ideas here a little bit. We're kind of doing the ones that we would normally do every single year. So maybe suggest something if you got it in the comment section below. And no to you, Darrell Gaming, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do the jersey number wheel spin thing. It's going to be pain. I don't know if I can handle it. And I know someone's going to be suggesting, update the fantasy draft guide. Yeah, okay, I'll do that too, but maybe next Saturday. Okay, it's next Saturday. That's when that'll be. All right, so I had to redo the draft because apparently it's automatically set on fixed rather than snake. I don't understand what that, why. We end up with pick 27, even worse than what I originally had. Is CJ Stroud still there? Okay, so this could be a better thing, although Keenan's gone. So my options are basically CJ Stroud. I don't know how much I kept of the first one, but long story short, CJ Stroud on both of them, but I get to keep, I get to have him a little bit later. I had him at 21, now I'm at 27, which is pretty sweet. Really want a wide receiver, but I don't know if I'm going to get that because, they were already looking pretty bad at 27. Wide receiver, Amon-Ra St. Brown's not bad. Mike Evans, Amari Cooper, Ayuk, is he superstar now, finally? 25 years old. Okay, so, I don't know how much speed matters, but I kind of had a little bit of struggles with Amon-Ra St. Brown before. I don't know if that's, I want to get the best players every round. Pitts kind of takes a long time to go, right? Is he still an X Factor as an 83 overall? That's such a low overall. Still an X Factor. They will not give up on him, which, fair, but still, I thought maybe they would have. Some pretty good linemen. I'm trying to think of what I want to do here because I think running back we can wait a little bit. Wide receiver you kind of need multiple early on. I think Amon-Ra St. Brown is tough to pass. DK Metcalf's down to an 86 overall, but he's still an X Factor. Can I go by dev trait? No, not these guys. I want to see this dev trait. So X Factors, you have Metcalf, and then it drops down to superstar. Amon-Ra's release is a little low, but he is very good. Metcalf puts up elite numbers, though. Can I say the same about Amon-Ra? Losing 5 overalls, 2 years of age. Okay, I gotta go Amon-Ra then. Had him kind of recently in a fantasy draft. Picked him at 38, was apparently 38th true talent. Of course, now dropping tremendously. Saquon Barkley. Really? That kind of seems early, no? Am I crazy? ETN is E-star. Not a superstar is kind of wild. Tight ends, kind of going a little bit here. I would love to grab yet another wide receiver. T. Higgins, I think, might have been dropped back to star. He has been. Not a whole lot of speed here at that position. Obviously need a running back because running back is so hard to develop. Do I really take Olave in the 3rd round, though? Puka Nacua, he's got to be star by now. Oh, damn! They bumped his ass all the way to superstar, which is super fair because, he just gunned it. Superstar dev, 82 overall. Realistically, it's either 82 overall or realistically 85 for Olave. What's the release for Olave, though? Release is a tough thing to upgrade, only 81. If Nacua was 76, 77 like I think he was, I think I got to go Nacua, which is so high. But it's just such a tough position to get. Puka Nacua, 3rd round. I think this pick, even though it seems like we're selling because we're not grabbing O-lineman, I think needs to be a running back if there is a worthy one. Jacobs X Factor. Oh my God, how do you pass on Jacobs? That is an X-Factorious. Let's take a look at Dev. So the highest Dev is definitely X Factor. There's only 2 of them. Taylor's been so good for me though. How old is he? He's like 24. Man, passing on Taylor would be hard. Do I not just maybe give it one more round? Maybe let running back go one more time. Grab Quentin Nelson because he's a superstar and really young still. Was he like 26? I think we're kind of set though, honestly. I'm going to go O-line, even though running back's hard to, get developing. Ooh, 27, really? 27. I mean, 27 doesn't change much, but, made me hesitate a little bit. Quentin Nelson's still going to be my choice, I think. I think he's the best available. But yeah, I mean, I would assume if Jacobs is gone on them, Taylor will still be there at the time. So that's what I'm kind of thinking, right? Yeah, Jonathan Taylor's still there. ETN is still there, but I don't know if they're going to go at the same time. Brian Robinson's still there. He's kind of a safe bet. Do you maybe take one more player? Kyle Pitts? I think I'd take Kyle Pitts. I think there's more running backs than there are X-Factor, 6'6", 90-some speed tight ends. That's just my personal opinion. Might lose some linemen, but can we still get our running back? ETN and Taylor are still there. This would be a drop, though. Like, the chances of, those guys all being gone by the time our next pick rolls around is probably insanely high. Colton Miller, he's 26 probably. 27 as well. Very good pass blocker. Everything else is a little iffy. Creed Humphrey, I don't want to lose either. Ellen Jenkins is back up a bit. 27 years old as well, but looking really good. Tyler Smith, he's star dev now, isn't he? He's still normal. What is wrong with them? Do they have issues, Frank? 27. Frank doesn't age. Frank has been young his whole life. I don't know what to tell you. We're going to look at Wyatt Teller, see his age. If it's 27, I'm taking him. It's 28. Oh, I'm so intrigued. But I think I'm going to go Frank Ragnow, and then we're going to come back to running back and hope one of them is there. I feel like ETN stays for a long time. This could be a sell, though. I want ETN or Taylor or Bijan Robinson. If it's not one of those 3, I have tremendously sold. And I have tremendously sold. Sweet. How am I as bad as I am? How am I who I am? Breece Hall never performs in Sim. Najee Harris is still superstar. He's 25. He performs well in Sim. I can't believe I sold that hard, though. Pacheco, is he still star? Star, 23 years old. Don't know how well he plays in freaking Sim, though. I mean, let's just let the cat out of the bag. I sold, okay? I had 3 running backs that I know are going to play well, and then I decided to throw them all away for a center. Okay, what else can I tell you? Break tackle's okay. Ball carrier vision's good. Carrying's good. Speed and all that's great. Juke move's great. I mean, this would be a killer pick if you were usering the team, but I don't know how well he's going to play on his own. Pacheco, Breece, or A-Chain, I think, are the 3 names. And I think I have to take one now. Damn. So speed, obviously A-Chain wins, but they're all kind of similar, right? They're pretty close. What about juke move? So ball carrier vision, Pacheco's kind of higher up there. Carrying, Pacheco's up there. Break tackle, none of them are really up there. Dameon Pierce, but I don't know if he's even on my list. Pierce, obviously, the trucking. Stiff arm, we don't talk about. Change direction. Breece Hall has them all beat by a lot, it seems. Breece Hall's got the spin move. Breece Hall's got the juke move. I think it might be Breece Hall. I've really not had much success with him in Sim, but you know what? We're gonna do it. Breece Hall's our pick. And I swear I've had Amon-Ra St. Brown and Puka Nacua together before. I swear I have. Who's left on O-line? It's got to be thinning out. Tyler Smith's still there. He is absolutely high as hell on my list. I mean, we're still looking pretty good. I think I'm going to go with Tyler Smith. In the past, even as like a 79, 80 overall, whatever he's been, he's developed. But now he's 85, so he is really, he doesn't even need to develop. He just needs to exist. We're now basically in the 10th round, which gives us another wide receiver kind of idea, perhaps. Rashee Rice kills it in Sim. Problem is, he wouldn't be a number 1 wide receiver. I kind of need like a slot guy, right? Unless, I guess Nakua could play the slot even though he's a superstar. I really don't like that. I'd rather just power through the line. Ben Skoronski, Peter Skoronski, mix Ben Powers and Peter Skoronski. Could be the guy. Oh, Aquano's superstar though, isn't he? But had a little iffies with him because his pass block sucks, but you got to go for the superstar, I think. Everyone's overall is pretty similar, but he's 22 superstar. What am I supposed to do? I cannot deny the decision there. It was pretty obvious. Any other offensive linemen? See, at some point, it's going to get really damn, these picks are being wasted. But until then, we got to just keep powering through it. Mike Onwenu, 25 years old. What else do we have? Guard. Quinn Miners is pretty young still, 24. A little bit less in the pass block. What about AVT? 24 as well. Also a little bit less in the pass block. Center, Linderbaum might be there still. He is not. Connor Williams is definitely interesting, but I think we can do better. I think Skoronski's the most balanced player remaining. He's only 22. Look at that balance, especially with the pass block finesse. He's insane. Could play tackle if he had to. All right, I think we need 2 more linemen. Maybe only 1 more. I can't really remember. No, we only need 1 more. Quentin, Frank, Tyler, and Skoronski. So we only need 1 more lineman. Which, there's so many options. It's kind of crazy. And even though Charles Cross is 4 years younger, he's just nowhere near as good as Eric McCoy. The boy we've been rocking with forever. That's my boy. That's my man's. Literally have grabbed him so many times in a fantasy draft. It's actually insane. Literally related to him at this rate. Running back, maybe? Don't know if we really need one, but do we really need anything else? I guess maybe we do go wide receiver. It's got to be somebody still here. Maybe we move McCole Hardman. Actually, McCole Hardman's old as hell now, isn't he? Slayton's 26. Thought he was 25. Maybe Jaden Reed or something. I think he's even 23, though. Who the hell do we take here? Quentin Johnson, 6'4". Do you really put Nakua at the slot? Either way, I think you got to go Quentin Johnson. He's the best remaining player here at wide receiver. So that's who I'm going to take. Little raw on the route runnings, but great catching and, obviously young and big. The rest, honestly, just depth pieces, maybe even at tight end. I don't know who's sitting there. Noah Fant is kind of past his prime a little bit in Madden terms. 25, really raw ratings. I don't know if I get the value out of a Noah Fant. I really don't. But everyone else is really low. Michael Mayer, maybe. We're going to go running back, and it might be James Cook, especially if he dev'd up, which he is, 23. James Cook might be our guy. 2 speedsters. Anyone else? Miles Sanders. We could go Charbonnet, though, because it would be the 1-2. Tyjae Sanders. We got a lot of hidden devs here. Okay, so I think it's going to be between Cook and probably freaking Charbonnet, to be honest. I don't know how good Spears is, but I can't imagine very elusive, but the speed's obviously lacking a little bit. What about Charbonnet? His speed's going to be lacking too, but his trucking is ridiculous. 91 trucking for a 75 overall is really good. But I just think the value seems to be there for Mr. James Cook. Speedy, 23. Juke moves decent. I would imagine he has a little bit in the catching. James Cook's my guy. And then Nico Collins, who has insane value, always there with normal dev, is going to be our next choice. Maybe should have looked at some linemen, but honestly, at this point, I might just rattle off a bunch of random picks that are kind of depth pieces and until 40, and then sim, just so we have enough players to actually start our roster. Because obviously, that kind of matters. As much as this is a only draft offense, we do kind of need some defenders to play actual football. Connor Williams, once again, the value is just there, even though he's 26. The value's there. He's balanced across the board. As much as, those young left tackles are young with star, they just don't have the ratings and will never have the ratings that, the 2 centers we just took will have. And we're going to probably go back over to left tackle. DeJuan Jones is interesting, but he is also normal development trait. Do we have Broderick Jones still there, though? I don't really understand. Okay, I mean, he's ours. Why not? But yeah, all depth. We're going to go for probably a fullback soon, a backup tight end, a couple more linemen, some wide receivers, that stuff. But for the most part, it's going to be pretty non-eventful. So let's cut to the chase for once and just not show stuff we don't need to show. So I didn't get quite to 40. I'm just going to send the rest. We have 3 quarterbacks, 3 running backs, a fullback, 7 wide receivers, 4 tight ends, 2 tackles, 3 guards, 7 centers, a right guard, and 2 right tackles, and 2 kickers, because I consider kickers to be offensive players because they score points, no punters. Not that it matters. You can get everyone, I think, but Tucker by just wait until, the draft ends. But that's going to be the draft. The rest will be filled by the AI, and whatever defenders we get is what we get. Obviously, going to be pretty much all garbage. I would be genuinely shocked if we got any sort of halfway decent defenders. And, I mean, you could say all you want about, oh, well, it's supposed to be all offense. Well, I literally can't sim, I don't believe, unless you actually have a roster. Like, I'm pretty sure it forces players on your team. So it's not like I can just have no defenders. Somebody has to play defense, okay? I also don't understand why they always do 54 players when you have... Who the hell is this? It's probably a tight end or running back, right? I think that's the only ones they are. It is... Wait. Is Nakua going to be an X Factor? What the hell? Is that a thing? Well, I'll tell you this much. I do not regret taking Puka Nakua now. He's about to be an X Factor, I believe. Yeah, there's no way I can play him at the number 3 spot if he's an X Factor. That's crazy. They better not have grabbed any more linemen. Okay, they didn't. Left end. Oh, my lord. Oh, no. Oh, my. Oh, no. And they think we're in a 3-4. I mean, I guess I don't know what we are. Oh, they did get 2 young corners, though. They're probably going to be nothing. And Kelvin Joseph, actually. I didn't even notice him. Okay, got a couple of young DBs, but things are bad besides that. Also, Nakua being a superstar X Factor. Kind of Nakul. I will never do that again. That's just untrue. I lied. Is it about to be the most insane mentor rookie ever? Oh my god, it is. That's insanity. All right, so obviously we talked about, having excess players that we just can't keep around, trying to get a little bit of value out of them. To make it fair, I think the only way we can trade for a player is if it's in the trade finder. So I don't want to get rid of players that have a lot of years left in their contracts, but at the same time, if I'm not going to use them, Ricky Stromberg, if I'm not going to use them, it's kind of pointless to keep them, right? So let's throw these linemen on, see what we get. So Byron Murphy, okay, not bad. Dante Jackson, it's okay. Mike Hilton, no way. Baker, not bad. Gabe Davis, that is a very good player. The problem is, I don't really need wide receiver. I think the value is absolutely there, 100%. I just don't need that position. And then Simmons, 25 years old. Interesting. I think linebacker's a little bit harder to develop than cornerback. I don't know, actually. Yeah, I'm going to go with Simmons. I'm going to take the Simmons trade. We lose that trade, in my opinion, pretty easily. But in general, I mean, it is what it is. Darnell Washington, he's got a 2-year contract, so we'll get rid of him too. O-line, I think I might keep the rest. Is there anyone else that's about to leave us? Biadaz and Tippmann. We'll make these trades and then we're done. We're done trading, which, I mean, I don't even know if I'm going to make this trade because Jack Sanborn, I guess. Who's this? Darian Kendrick. I am unfamiliar with his game, but he's probably killing it if he's, climbing up. But those are the 2 trades we're going to make. Pretty fair in my opinion. I mean, we really gained next to nothing and we lost, but at least I don't have to pay those guys and we have more room on the roster now. Because let's be honest, I'm not going to really... Brother, you're 85 speed. we have found ourselves a new strong safety. That is not a free cornerback for me right now. I mean, it's not like he can play the position, especially in Madden, but is he actually 85 speed but playing well? I'm so confused. Like, how are you 85 speed and playing well? He must be like the smartest man on the entire planet. And we're going to be bringing in Josh Norman, kind of just as like a mentor player. If anyone can mentor that 85 speed corner, it's 86 speed Josh Norman. All right, so I'm kind of unfamiliar with the Browns offensive scheme, but we are rocking... Oh, we're supposed to be rocking a 3-4, actually, because that's kind of how the team's built. So we're going to run a 3-4, but depending on what we do in the draft, maybe the offseason, I don't really know, in general, the free agency period, I don't know if there's going to be anyone decent there. We may go back to a 4-3, but right now we are quote-unquote built for a 3-4, so that's what we're going to be doing. But the receivers, Nakua was going to potentially play slot and then Quentin at number 2. That might still happen in the future, but as an X-Factor, 82 overall, 22-year-old, he kind of has to play wide receiver 2. He has literally no choice. He has to be. But the offense, kind of expected, is basically set, whereas the defense... There is potentially 10, maybe even all 11 players that need to be replaced. So we'll see what happens. Maybe Kendrick gets a dev up. Maybe Mitchell and or Phillips get dev ups. But the rest, 100%. They left out, the right out, middle linebacker, number 2, free safety, all the other players, the whole D-line, they have to be 100% replaced. But the rest may still also need to be replaced. And of course, the reason why I chose the Browns is because they don't have a first-round draft pick, and we wanted to make this as hard as possible, so be it. There we are, and I probably, once again, should change that 3-4 real quick, just in case I forget. And Darian Kendrick, I knew there was something here. Moving him to safety seems to be a great decision. Star dev and 20,000 XP. Now, I can say that, but also say, my brother, please get some speed. Please speed up a little bit. I might go with hybrid here just to make sure. Well, maybe not make sure, but try to get a speed upgrade. I believe that is like basically the equivalency of slot for a corner, which he gets a little bit of man coverage. He's really good in man and zone. He's just so damn slow. But once again, it's a rebuild, so I don't think it matters as much as like if I was actually using the team. 113 mil, of course, Nakua is on the list. So is Frank Ragnow. We can afford him though, or both of them, and the rest are like a lot of backups, but crazy enough, a lot of these backups are actually starting for us right now. So they're backup talent, but starters for us. Obviously, we're going to pay Nakua. We're going to give him a 7-year deal, which even at this price is crazy. So one thing that makes fantasy draft rebuilds a little easier than regular ones is that it seems like you have unlimited money. Like, it just seems like because all the contracts are reworked, that, everything gets reset in a positive way. All right, so we had a little bit of a strange season. Really bad to start, and then we kind of picked it up. The crazy part is, though, when I switched the scheme to the Raiders, I want to try something different. We were still losing. I think I switched it around either to the Colts game, I think it was the Seahawks game. Lost 3 in a row. Then we started picking up and winning some games. Won, 6 out of the last 8? So I don't know why that happened, but it did, and that's really all I can say. But anyway, skip to the Super Bowl. Cowboys versus Patriots. Take a look at the stats and awards and see if we maybe have landed. Ooh, okay, so this Raiders playbook, not bad. Now, with the Browns, C.J. Stroud was decent, I think, through 4 weeks, like 9 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. But the rushing numbers weren't that great, and I was like, let's see if we can change him. Usually, your yards per carry goes down as the season goes on. So the fact that he was at 4.1 to start, and then he got to 4.2 tells me that the Raiders was a little bit better for him, I think. Nakua was pretty good. Amon-Ra St. Brown was very good. Pitts was decent. And then Quentin Johnston was all right. Looking at the offensive line, outside of Aquanu, it was actually really good. And then looking at defense, I don't expect to see much here. But Spectre, who is young, should have a dev up. So maybe, I don't know. Pass rush was terrible, which is fitting because we have a really bad defense. A couple interceptions for Simmons and Spectre and whatnot. Justin Tucker missed 2 out of 10, which is, that's pretty low for him, right? 80% completion or kicking accuracy, I suppose. Make rate, 50.5 per punt for Cole. Kick return, punt return game. It's usually like at best 1 kick return touchdown, so you really shouldn't even show it. Of course, the Cowboys get Lamar Jackson. Not that it probably would have mattered. Patriots against Mahomes. I can see why they're in actually, was it the Patriots? It was Cowboys-Patriots, right? We see why they're in there. But probably doesn't matter because the scheme is really what, kills it the most. Any award wins, though. Stroud, Rookie of the Year. That's pretty big. Defense Rookie of the Year. Phillips at number 4. If Spectre was a rookie, he probably wins it. Best quarterback, number 2. So a Pro Bowler on top of that should be an X factor based on all the things we're seeing. Brees at number 9, so I don't think he'll get a dev up. Amon-Ra St. Brown, hopefully he gets a dev up, as we might already know if they have dev ups, because I don't know if it shows on that list, but obviously we're in the Super Bowl already, so whatever guys went up to X Factor should already have happened, right? But we should have a couple of awards, right? Kendrick, maybe? Get up in dev, perhaps? I'm not sure. But let's take a look, see what we got. Stroud, I guarantee, right? Right? No. Okay, I guess I'm wrong. No dev up for Hall, kind of sucks, but expected. Spectre goes up in dev, and that was pretty much it. What's his age? And so 24, 68 overall. I mean, when you have as much to upgrade as we do for our defense, I mean, it pretty much says unless there's a guarantee at linebacker, we're probably going to be passing on it. Although we are going to probably move to a 4-3 and need 3. So I don't know. We'll see. Always best available when you need so much. So edge is going to be the number one thing we look for. But once again, without a first-round pick, how viable is that going to be? Probably not very. Cowboys win a Super Bowl. Who would have thought? Can't wait to see another dynasty in a rebuild. Woo! And of course, for free agents, Nico Collins is going to be a free agent. I mean, the best bet would be try to sign him to a 1-year deal, worth 14 mil. Take the 7 mil bonus hit when we trade him. That's really my best bet, which I think is a probably smart idea. Spectre, he's 25 now. Oh god. Okay, so I'll do a 2-year 5 if he doesn't want to sign. Yeah, I mean, it's just 25 at that low of an overall is tough. We can still maybe get him back. And then honestly, I mean, I'll offer him a contract, but punter, I mean, it really doesn't matter, does it? But yeah, that is hard to develop. 68 overall, 25-year-old, that's only 68 overall. I might have said 68 overall twice, but that's how important it is, okay? That's how low of an overall it is. There might still be a couple of players here, like cornerback is usually one that you see, as we see here. J.C. Horn's a new name, too. I usually don't see his name often in free agency. Anyone else? Obviously, offense is kind of set. We don't really need to do too much on the offensive side of the ball. Maybe like a slot receiver, but even then, we got Quentin. We got, a bunch of different names that are fast as well, and it's really just the defense, as you would have expected with, the title of this video. That it is the focus. Any scheme change? Damn, so we can't change anything. We can't do anything. We can't move the damn stadium. We can't move it into a warm weather state. This just ain't going to happen. It's going to be a lot of money to even come close to the conversation, I'd say. Oh, maybe. Maybe, actually. So it's a lot of dumbass teams, huh? Okay. A lot of teams that don't realize what they're getting here. I mean, I'd easily do 18 per for J.C. Horn. He's an 86 overall. Come on, get me into that lane. Yeah, we can get him. Not guaranteed, but that gives us a good chance. And honestly, if we get him, I don't think I need to try and go for anyone else at corner. Garrett Williams is interesting, but I don't know if we really need him that badly. We can always draft a guy, but we'd be fine with Phillips and Horn, I think. They're both pretty much the same overall anyways. It wouldn't be really... Oh, Ajabo. He's still a star, right? Okay. There's some names here. They're not, the best, but once again, I don't know if we're even going to get one, franchise edge. So getting Ajabo would at least guarantee that we have somebody that's, somewhat developable. I feel like I've said this once before with him and then just completely, replaced them immediately. And we're so close to being able to get him one notch up. I'm willing to do this 3-year 18. Once again, I feel like you have almost unlimited money when you are doing a fantasy draft rebuild. So that is why I'm, spending a little bit more money than I would maybe want to. Who's this? Who's 22? Noah Sewell. Blockshed's really good. Zone's probably not going to be great. Usable, though. So I think, once again, another guy that I take a chance on because he's cheap and young. That's really sus sounding, I ain't gonna lie, but you understand. Is he getting offered? Where the hell is our guy? Spectre? Nobody wants him. They're like, yeah, you can be star all you want, but you are old as hell. The problem is, though, his zone is actually kind of decent, so this guy's good too. Dennis, and the absolute menace. I'm going to offer him a minimum because he's really interested in joining, so I'm going to utilize his will to join our team and be a little sleazeball about it. All right, I'd be really disappointed if we didn't get Horn. Everyone else is optional. Horn is a must. Oh my god, even though we were higher than them by so much. He just joined on a 5-year 60 when we offered him a 5-year 90. What is actually wrong with this game? Let's see how good the Jaguars are, if I can even see. Let's see their standings. At least tell me the Jaguars are up there. At least tell me the Jaguars are up there. Don't tell me the Jaguars are a worse team than us. No shot. So it is now officially draft time. We obviously have a lot of players on defense. I think I only have 2 offensive players scouted because we just don't need any offensive players, obviously. Looking at the first pick, just because I'm curious, Jets take QB. Then we move on to 8 because, simply put, we just don't have much draft capital to make any trade-ups, let alone any draft picks. I mean, I might even have to trade down just to get some value. Who the hell is this, by the way? Is he just like a fake? He must be a liar. Not that it matters to me, but I am curious because that's a lot of A's up there, you know. But, of course, edge is there. We have Maurice Long, Booth, Billingsley. I guess Booth's not really an edge. Phil Brown. And then, this is the reason why I'm kind of like, do I wait? I should have scouted Spence more to maybe make the decision of, do I take edge high? But obviously I didn't want to scout him because he's a UDFA talent. It's like, why would I scout him? I'll just grab him in the 5th round, and it's a low-risk player. So I think with the knowledge of a guy like Brown, who's okay, Spence, who's okay, I think I even have a left out. I think his name's Coleman, who looks okay. I think I'm going to pass on edge because of all the other positional needs. Ooh, I did not think the corner's going to be there. So I put 3 corners on my list, and I thought that, Blake would have been our best-case scenario, which is why I scouted him further. I think I go Crocker, especially since we lost out on the cornerback. Not the fastest, but an A catching with a potential A man coverage, B press, B zone. If not him, it would be Roberts. Let's take a look at his speed. A little bit better, it seems. I think I'm going to take the chance on Crocker, though. Yeah, that's who I'm taking the chance on. And he is hidden. 91 speed, 95 excel. 91 jump, 95 change of direction. So he's just good enough, right? He's just fast enough. He's a decent pick, I think. But let's move on to pick 8. Once again, I can't trade up. We just can't afford to trade up. The only way I'd trade up is with Nico Collins, which I still can do. We'll see what happens here. Maybe we trade with a team in the 3rd round. I don't know, but there should still be talent here. DTs, I think this is where we're going to take one, actually. Watkins probably. Got a lot of linebackers, but we probably aren't going to take one. Maybe 1. We'll do a best available type of 1 pick. Ooh, Lewis. Didn't scout him further because, once again, worst case scenario, C-zone coverage. Problem is, a little bit slower. I think 88 speed, 89, which is okay. But 100%, this is going to be the pick. Watkins, Edward Watkins. Couple of A's in there. Very athletic and hidden development trait. There we go. Another solid pick. See if we can get maybe 2/3 here with a team that, I don't know if there is a team that has 2/3 decently high with Nico Collins. Nico Collins is valuable. I mean, you guys seen wide receiver. He would have been, I would imagine, the number 1 sought-after guy based on age. It'd be very interesting to go for like a Kalijah Cansey from the Falcons because they need wide receiver, it shows. But at the same time, I think it'd be really fun to just mainly build the roster through the draft. I think this is a lot to ask, but I'm just kind of setting down a baseline. Okay, so I'd probably have to give them something as well back. But I'd be down. A 2nd round next year is very valuable. We got a couple of 7s, so all of this. I mean, it's not really all of this. Okay, so they are pretty aware of their value here. Damn, we don't have a 4th next year. Do I really want to give up a 3rd next year? Let's see where we're at with a 3rd next year, adding a 4th this year. Doubt it's even close, but we'll see. It seems a little closer. Can I get a 5th this year? I really don't want to get rid of a 3rd because I'm basically just trading up from the 3rd to the 2nd, and obviously we don't know where we're going to rank. The Falcons could be playoffs. We can miss playoffs, and we're moving 15 spots at best, 10 to 15. But regardless, we're doing it. 2 7s, a 6th, and then a 3rd next with Nico Collins for a 3rd this, a 5th this, and a 2nd next year, which I mean, it's all right considering we only lost $7 million to do that. Obviously, we had to had to use a pick to get him, but still, the question is, what do I actually take with this if we're taking someone? Linebacker I want, but once again, there's so many linebackers that it's like kind of best available type of deal. I want Spence, but I'm also kind of debating Coleman. He has an A to C power move, which I should have scouted further, and an A to C block shed. So, I mean, at worst, it's both C's. That could be 270s, and you just don't know. Rich Morley. We do need a safety. I don't know if I believe in this guy. What about the corner, actually? Is the corner there? Damn, they're not there anymore. I could probably just take Nick Tate, UDFA. Maybe I reached with this trade. Maybe I didn't actually need this. Because his linebackers, once again, but actually we could use... he's a nose tackle. Maybe we just play the 3-4. Damn it. Normal dev. If he was hitting dev, that would have been awesome, but maybe we just stick in another 3-4, I suppose. And then let's trade up for whatever best available linebacker there is. All right, so we trade a bunch of stuff. We trade a 4th, a 6th, and a 7th this, and a 5th next year to move up to 90. And then depending on how this linebacker looks, I might actually trade to maybe like the Dolphins and, what the hell am I doing? And trade Isaiah Simmons off. Because he's more of a, he is a great user in game. He's like maybe the best user in the game to use, but he's more of a name than he is a talent at this rate. Like he's a 63 block shed, 72 zone coverage, 26-year-old linebacker. It's like, we could do better, I think, right? We could do better. I think I'll go Samuels just because he has, he looks great, and then more importantly, he has a higher chance to go sooner. And he is hitting. Okay, very fast as well. A little bit faster than I would have kind of thought. 4.52, maybe on par. I think I have to trade Isaiah Simmons. This could be a really bad decision, but you know what? I'm going to do it anyways. I don't really care. I do not care. 3 years left, so his contract's actually really good too. Don't even know if they need him, but decently high overall. You would think maybe he'd just be valuable enough. Nope. Okay. Let's try to find a team that's interested in him. All right, instead I made a trade with James Cook. Not with him, but for involving him. He needed a contract this year. He didn't really play much last season, so we trade him over to the Dolphins, and we now have another linebacker, I'd imagine, unless I go elsewhere with this, which I don't think I will. There could have been somebody that I'm like forgetting about. DT, we only grabbed one, right? We could use two, to be fair, but Dillard, another nose tackle type, so it's not going to really work out there anyways. So I think with this... Morley. What the hell? He looks really solid, actually. Is he actually a coverage guy? It's a little weird looking. Maybe I could have waited a little bit longer because still is the guy I was actually trading up for, but now I'm like kind of debating things. Yeah, I think I want Morley now. Yeah, I mean, Lewis is still there too, which is intriguing, but I'm going to go with Rich Morley. We'll see what kind of speed he has. Please be hidden. 86 speed, 90 excel, no jumping, okay change of direction. I feel a little bit better now about keeping Isaiah Simmons, I ain't going to lie. Let's move on to pick 8 in the 5th round. Hopefully, there's at least one of those kind of lower, like day 3 / UDFA not linebackers, safeties there, or edge, one of the two. Coleman is still there. A to C, huh? We could take both. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take Coleman, Spence, and then Tate, hopefully. These guys are like the speed types, but we don't really need them, and obviously, they could be normal. I will say there's a good chance that he's an X Factor, or not X Factor, superstar, but we'll see what we can do. We'll see what we do. We're going to go with Coleman. He's a little bit on the slower side, but he is A to C, and he is hidden. Actually, was that B to D block shed? I don't even know, but either way, hidden development trait, 79 speed sucks, 88 excel. I'd imagine he's pass rusher with the potentials he had, and obviously the fact that he's on the huge side. A to C power move, it was actually B to D block shed, but still, A to C power move, it's good enough for me, and we got a hidden. That's not bad. I would assume Spence would be there too, and we do have another pick after that, so hopefully Spence is there. You know what? Because we have Ajabo in him, I'm going to take the safety first. We need a safety for sure. Edge, we don't know about. Nick Tate, okay speed, C zone, normal dev, but once again, because of the age, he will start. And then let us grab Spence if he's there at 13. And he is almost half tempted to take the wide receiver right now instead. Spence is going to be our guy. We don't know how good he is, but once again, taking another shot in the dark, but has an A tackle, a little more athletic. Eric Spence. Damn, I thought we were going to get really lucky, but hey, we got some depth at edge. And then I guess we'll try to make one more trade up here with the Raiders to grab one of those speedy wide receivers, whoever the fastest is. All right, so maybe if I could have found a better team, he would have been worth more because he is star dev, but I try to go for a third this and a fifth, or third next and a fifth this, and the interest was less than half, so I would have figured at best with this team I maybe get a seventh extra. Maybe, like I said, we find a better team that needs a wide receiver, but I need a trade with the Raiders, and I got the trade with the Raiders. Another guy that needed a contract, and he's right now on the outside looking in, so at the end of the day, we get ourselves a 4-year wide receiver that can play slot versus a 1-year guy that's going to go to free agency that's kind of just not going to do anything for us. This is tough because Bart Fletcher looks worse, but he is faster. They're both really fast, though. 22, maybe he isn't faster. I'm going to go Baker. I love the speed. Don't love the dev. 99 speed, 99 excel. 93, 8 agility. I mean, if he's not superstar, the other guy maybe could be, but I think I'm just going to move on to the next pick and just look for him in the draft recap. Oh, never mind. He's actually here in the 7th round. Bart Fletcher, be superstar. Wow. Okay, so both of them at 99 speed. This guy is, in general, a little bit faster like we kind of thought, but that is a bit crazy. All right, draft recap. How well did we do with this corner? 76. Okay, Samuel 76, 72, 73. Morley was kind of a waste. Coleman 69, 69 for the free safety. Spence 71, and then wide receivers are pretty low. I want to see the other cornerback because we had a choice between him, Roberts, and the other guy. I can't remember his name, but pretty good. Man coverage, zone coverage, definitely usable. Please be higher than star, though, because we really need like a true number 1 corner. Well, I'm not going to get that. I mean, definitely a true number 1 corner, but I don't know if he's going to be better than, like a franchise guy. The other guys, we're not really doing much with those, so just leave them be, and we'll find out the dev later, because it just takes so long to go into them. But this guy's a 76 overall, so I'm going to take a look. Devs could be in all shapes and sizes, right? We see, honestly, a lot of time the coverage linebackers, the higher the dev, the lower the overall, so it doesn't really correlate all times. I guess edge rusher, since he is a hidden dev, star plus. 78 power move, really good. 71 block shed. Really good traits. Spin, swim. Wait, he's a power move guy, though. Okay, never mind. Might change those and turn it into bull rush or something, but let's take a look at the dev. Obviously going to be a starter, and he is superstar. Okay, we'll take that. We will definitely take that. Let's get rid of this one and then pop that boy on there. I don't know if it actually matters for Sim, but we have Ajabo as the other starter, and then I guess we'll look at Spence. Maybe he's got like really good base ratings. He has 76 power move, but no block shed, so a little iffy, I suppose. We're going to go and add him to the outside linebacker group because that is where these guys will be playing until we decide to change the scheme potentially. What number did Coleman have, actually? 51. Not a great number for edge, I guess, but it's something. And the rest, I mean, it really doesn't matter. I guess we'll take a look at the final dev. I left one off the board, didn't I? Watkins, block shed sucks, but his finesse is great. Swim move with bull rush, which is really good because, that block shed and his actual quarterback pass rush ability with star dev. So devs definitely didn't come out crazy, but we got an extra 2nd round for next year, and we landed a couple of starters. I mean, a lot of them are normal dev, but still, 280-plus overalls. Callahan, the I would imagine, superstar tackle. Maybe not, actually. Those ratings are a little low for a generational. He might actually just be star. Okay, I mean, I think they do consider that a generational. 80-plus overall superstar for a lineman. It's got to be, right? That's definitely a generational, right? 2 pass rush styles being over 80. He's got to be with the overall to come with it. I mean, it's definitely superstar X Factor, and it is. Vikings crushed it at number 3. Quarterback's only 75 overall, but it is a quarterback. So obviously, if it's a good one, they did themselves well. And then I do obviously want to see the other players. Who do we pass on, though? Is Roberts and I think Blake is his name for cornerback. And I was going to check the wide receiver, but we obviously ended up drafting both. So what pick do we actually take? Oh, so we took Crocker at 8. The next corner didn't go all the way till 20, 76 overall, so obviously they won that already. It's also more balanced. But if our guy is slot archetype, which I don't know if he is, then it would definitely be a win there. Star dev for Roberts. And then Blake, honestly, could be like the best of the bunch. Wow, all the way at 32. Wait, was that the Cowboys again? They did not just draft a whole-ass cornerback group in one go. There's no way. And I don't know why. I knew Blake was the best, and I still just took the guy with the highest potentials. Okay, so it's the Texans. I don't know why I thought that was Cowboys, but oh well. I mean, what can you do? Also, let's take a look at Still. I'm going to really regret that one, aren't I? Damn, he didn't go till the next round. 74 overall, hidden dev. Wow. Okay, not the fastest, which is kind of what threw me off in the first place, but definitely sold. So 2 draft picks. I don't mind too much about Crocker, but 2 draft picks that we technically got wrong. Another lineman on the list. I didn't choose this. Khalil Herbert with a 6th and a 7th. I would not hate. Don't know if that's really the position I need, but I'd rather just get a draft pick. Nick Benito's interesting. Edwards, it's like a 1-year type of deal. Christian Harris has never developed for me. Farley at 25, I think he's a little too old to develop. Kind of just want the draft pick. Get a mentor DT with a 5th and a 6th round, or a 5th and a 7th round pick, actually. The Season 2 squad, obviously the offense is looking, as good as ever. It's kind of expected. It would be pretty disappointing if it wasn't. Actually, wait, did Stroud go up in dev? Wait, I'm so confused. Wait a minute. Did he go up in dev? Was he always? Wait, did we draft him as a superstar? Or did we get a breakout? I can't remember. Either way, he's superstar. That's great. Pitts, 87 over. I mean, we really don't need anything to be replaced on offense outside of, like, contractual concerns. So, I mean, it's really just more focus on the defense. We are going to be moving to a 4-3 because I only have 2 DTs that are even starter caliber. Even though Gooden's a nose tackle, we're just going to let it happen. So going forward, maybe need a linebacker or 2, maybe need a safety, maybe need a corner or 2, and then potentially edge/DT. But we got a few more positions, right? We knocked out about half of our needs, I think, in the offseason. If we would have got freaking JC Horn, we would have been set at corner. But, things happened. What can I say? Morley gets a +3 to his zone coverage. Not quite a camp standout, but still, nice little bonus. Usually it's like tight end wide receiver, so it's nice to see a defender get one of those rookie focus or rookie mentorship type of things. Crap! Who was it? Quentin John. Oh, man. I hate that. When you have to, you're trying to skip through all the crap text you see it 1,000 times, and then you end up clicking A, and then you get juke move for a freaking 6'4 wide receiver. Or 6'3, whatever the hell Quentin is. Okay win-loss. But, Amon-Ra St. Brown, a lot of money, but we want him. Aquanu, a lot of money, but we want him. Eric McCoy, a lot of money, but we want him. Jones, I should have traded. Might still have a chance to trade him because I think we're before the deadline. But we can afford all the players. It's just, it really sucks that they're all red interest. Like, not even red interest. They are the very lowest red interest. Scheme fit. We're still running that. Highest offer is big market. Okay, I mean, I'm sorry to say it, but, big market, if you're talking you're trying to expand your brand, you're not really there yet. You're he's a good player, but I don't know if he needs to punch someone in the nose or just fight someone. But I should have paid. I don't know why I didn't offer more than that. My brain just was too busy thinking about punching people in the nose. But his name just isn't really out there, right? He's just under the radar a bit. And I feel like I already broke my rule about only allowing trade block. But my main concern was just not getting players back manually. So if there's a team that's here that needs a left tackle that is willing to give us, I really don't want to make the Cowboys better, though, to be honest. Eagles aren't really a team I want to make better either. And the Niners, I guess they're a little iffy in sim. A draft pick, I think, is fine. Can we actually get a second round for him? He's a young left tackle with star dev. Yeah, I almost sold that a little bit. And that'll go. Fair enough. Hey, here we go. Cameron Mitchell with a dev up. Star dev. 10k XP to go. Maybe we're set at corner. If we win this game, we're in the playoffs. If we lose, we could miss. We lose, but we still hold the division. I wonder if that means that the Ravens miss because they're 9-8. They had a chance to steal the division. And no, they made it as well, so it's not as close as I thought. It was close for the division title, but yeah, we end up taking the division. We have a weak link. I wonder if that's the defense. Let's take a look. I'm just curious to see. Look at the difference between the offense and the defense, though. Coach, you find yourself in the playoffs despite feeling a defensive unit near the... Yeah, I mean, I suppose creating pressure is always the best way to win games. I think creating a pressure... you create pressure, you can have the worst coverage in the world, but it's going to cause problems, right? Like, you're just not going to be able to see the field as well. But 9-8, it's an okay season, but most importantly, we made the playoffs, right? We might have to change the scheme again because, we should have a better team overall, yet we're playing worse, which doesn't really make sense. Yards per carry-wise, Hall was better, though, which is good. Amon-Ra St. Brown was decent, but the receivers outside of him were actually kind of bad, so maybe the Browns' playbook was actually better out the gate, and it actually only got worse after we switched. It's just we still somehow won games. Defensively, pass rush, we should see some low numbers, right? Ajabo's still low overall. Coleman's a pure just rookie. Interceptions, okay numbers there. Samuel's maybe defensive rookie of the year with the numbers he has. Decent kicking, decent punting, and then punt return, kick return. Even though we got two really fast, high kick return, punt return rating guys, we're still not seeing any numbers. Mahomes and Jackson just fighting for the MVP. Taylor wins that. Samuels gets the Rookie of the Year award on defense. And that's pretty much that. But we're in the playoffs, which is, I wouldn't say earlier than expected. I actually thought maybe we had a chance year one to make the playoffs because, defense is important. But if you have an offense that's the highest rated in the league, you would expect that, maybe you score every single drive almost. So, scoring is how you win games, right? You can't win the game only stopping the other team. You have to score. So, scoring is what you want, and that's what we have with this team. So, I thought maybe there was a chance, and there was. It's just we didn't make it, and of course, 9-8, we are in the playoffs, and that's all that matters. All you got to do is get there. Ravens know that just as well as us, as they have even lower seed than us, as they were like the last team to make it. Chargers versus Browns here. It's a close matchup, down by 3. Chargers look like they have a little bit of a little bit of the nod on us because they were moving. Okay, I thought we punted the ball. I was about to be freaking pissed. They were moving the ball down the field a little bit better than us. They just weren't finishing drives. You got to get the stop here. 3rd and 6. We don't really have a good front. We really don't. Is that Justin Herbert? I couldn't tell. It's Dak Prescott. I couldn't really tell. Got to get a stop here. Oh, it's a good play action. Fullback's open. Not who he goes to, though. And for the first time in a long time, we actually intercept the ball in a situation like that. 9 times out of 10, it's a run, we stop them. It's a run, they get it. Or it's just a completion. But we actually intercept the ball. Not that it really matters, per se. Oh my god, he's dead. That is a risky one. That's a terrible throw. This is not our CJ Stroud, I'll tell you that much. This guy's not as good as ours. Definitely feels a lot different. There must be like a throw power difference. Maybe ability difference as well. That's a tough throw, but he hits that of all things. And Nakua does a great job catching it. I suppose I shouldn't even be in this, but we'll. Oh, I can't sim. Yeah, I thought maybe that left foot was out. We'll see. Skip it because I don't really want to watch. And they do get it. So from the 40, 60 yards to tie this game up or lose to the Chargers. Nowhere to go. They run the ball, and then sadly, even more importantly, a game-losing interception to Averill. Man, I mean, there's no excuse for this. There isn't, right? Like, losing the game is one thing, but losing because the offense sucks? Like, where do you go as a team? Like, we have just drafted all offense, and our offense is, like, almost a 99 overall, and our defense held them to 20. It was the offense that lost us the game, and our defense sucks. 79 overall versus 97, yet that's the part of us that was good. I really don't know what to do from that point. Like, maybe it's just a situation where even though it is the offense that's supposed to be good, the game is just saying, okay, well, you're not really a great team yet because of that defense, so it doesn't really matter how you lose, we're just going to force you to lose, right? A loss to the Chargers, end of your season. Thank you! I am so happy you brought that up. It makes me feel great. Any dev-ups? Maybe Brees, maybe Amon-Ra. I highly doubt it, but maybe. And then a couple of defenders, hopefully Samuels, I would say. Probably. And then I didn't really see any of the other guys, so maybe Samuels, that's it. And the Cowboys are basically ruining another rebuild because no matter what we do, we can't outdo them, right? Offensively, it looked different, but it's not. Everyone's the same dev they were before. And then defensively, it looks like Samuels did go up in dev. Oh, Morley also went up in dev, which is, fair enough, right? And of course, his main archetype is run stopper, so he should get a little bit of block shed or zone coverage upgrades while getting that block shed up. It's better than pass coverage. Pass coverage almost never gives you block shed. And then Samuels, he's actually really good already. Superstar dev. And like I said, normally I like to go run stopper because it's like a poor man's field general. But when I'm actually paying attention and, wow, nice speed upgrade. We already have this high a block shed, 86, which is insane. Obviously I want to get that coverage up. He is really something, huh? Like, he's actually developing really quick for, at the time, a star dev player. Oh, Gooden went up in dev, actually. The nose tackle. I almost never see nose tackles go up in dev. Was it tackles for a loss or something? 21 tackles for a loss? Okay. I don't know. Maybe he's a trade piece because we're running a 4-3 and we need like a pass rushing DT, but as of right now, we have an option. He's good. Maybe not. He's a pass rusher, even though he's a nose tackle. So if it's going to work, maybe we let it work. I don't know. We'll maybe drop someone, draft someone new, and if it works out better with that person, sure, but I don't think it's a priority at this point in time. Actually, maybe one of the corners dev'd up as well, because I'm used to seeing a lot of star dev corners, so maybe the number 3 went up in dev. I don't know, but overall, that was not a bad season. We got to the playoffs. We gave I forgot to finish off the contract for Eric McCoy. We gave the Chargers a run for their money. Really? I guess I'll just save money with the tag then. Thanks, I guess. But yeah, and we got a couple of dev ups, so fair enough. Tucker's still pretty good, but at the same time, he's really expensive. That's why I drafted Evan McPherson, because I was like, you know what? I'll take the guy that's going to last a little bit longer and, be cheaper in the long run. And apparently he still has a contract, so that works out. Headed on to season 3. Definitely a weird loss because, like we said, the offense should have been better, yet it was the defense that almost carried the victory. And then we're into free agency now where best case is... Oh, Merrig. I might actually go Merrig. But to say best case is maybe an offensive lineman. But no, it looks like we can maybe get a free safety here. Once again, another red interest, which is really crushing my soul lately. But it doesn't mean they're not, it's not impossible to get them. It's just I don't really like our chances. Zone's higher than I would have thought. I might actually drop a little dime on him here. 10 mil per is fine to me. If I want to have a really good chance to get him, though, I'm going to have to get him into the green. And this is another one of those positions that I see as hard to draft. Safety is one of those positions where to truly get someone halfway decent, you kind of need to go like early second, late first, in my opinion. So 3 to 36, it's about 13 or 12 mil per. That's not crazy money for a guy with 85 zone and would assume to be like 90 hit power and 89 hit power. Very good catching. Honestly, a little surprised he's this low of an overall. Might just be awareness play rec, which even that's okay. So I'm willing to pay 12 per over 3. That's not like, if it's over 5 or 6, okay, maybe we're getting a little expensive out here, but we'll take a look and maybe see Kyler Gordon. Oh, he could be a good safety too. And nobody wants him. I really love to see what his overall is at safety, because that is really good zone coverage. I don't know. But definitely want the safety or a safety of some sort. And based on what availabilities there are, even though Eric Armstead's okay, I think we might pass on everything else. All right, we're going to start the just about draft process with a trade of Evan Neal for this Carlos Allen guy and a 4th-round pick from the Bills. All right, so we have pick 21 in the draft, which hopefully gets us an edge rusher. I think that's going to be our focus in this one, as I don't know if Ajabo is going to be the guy, but at worst, he's a good backup. Depth doesn't hurt. We always see, the number 3 or number 2, the backup edge, get some numbers. So if we find a guy that's worthy of starting over him right out the gate, we'll do it. If not, we'll just have really good depth, I guess. Obviously we had a pretty bad season for pass rush last year, and I would like to not continue that streak of bad. Okay, Knight was one of my guys, but he was around 1, so I kind of expected that. He was just kind of like an option, and when we're down to just the final player, I don't know who I want the most. That is when we will make a trade up if need be. They were 1 to 2s, so you never know. and that was one of them. So we are now down to our final player, an outside linebacker. So we're going to be trading with Washington. This might have been a little excessive, but 3 spots for a third next. We've seen worse from us, having to give even more than that. So that's why I kind of felt like, a late third isn't really even getting that much if you're them. But Calhoun, I believe, is going to be our choice here. I scouted him further, so we should know more. Decent athleticism with an A finesse, B block shed. I mean, if it's good enough for them, it's good enough for me. I don't know what that means. But hidden dev, 83 speed, 88 excel. You just never know when you're going to land a normal. So it always works, right? So he's probably going to start just based on the fact that he is younger by at least, 3, maybe 4 years, which is pretty big. We could use a new DT. Don't need one, but it would be nice to have someone that fits the scheme a little bit more. So maybe Whitfield, maybe Hall. Do we have anyone else? We have a bunch of DTs. Corner wouldn't hurt, I suppose, because the guy that just dev'd up for us is a little bit older than some of these corners here, but we've got options. I'm going to go to this second round here and see what our best bet is. And if one of those corners is still there, I kind of feel like maybe I have to take one, especially since we still have a pick at 21. No third-round pick or even 4th or 5th, I don't believe, but enough, right? We can live with it if we have to. C-man. Seaman. And then a B zone. Do I really believe? Maybe. We ended up getting Trayvon Merrig, so we don't really need a safety. So it would be really bad if this guy's, not good at corner. So I'm thinking we maybe go, it's a little early, but you never know when they're going to go anyways. I think we go DT. Hall, I don't know much about McCutcheon, so Hall would probably be the guy, 21. Yeah, I like Alex Hall. I'm going to go for him. And he is hidden. Could barely see it through the thing. Decent chance he starts over the nose tackle, because once again, a nose tackle is a nose tackle. After all, he's not really built to be pass rushing like that, but we still have 21 to 22. This might actually be traded for next year. Maybe we can get... Excuse me? Is there a reason I didn't grab him? Okay, so yeah, he's 23 in the solids. 23 is usually enough to get me off the player anyways, but still, okay, I gotta risk it. I gotta risk Ashton Bullard now. And he's hidden. Fair enough. I wasn't going to, but it's like, why not, dude? Right? He's still there. He's worth the pick, and he was. They're trying to lowball me. What is this offer? Okay, it is a third next. Never mind. Okay, it's not actually bad. I don't know if I want to trade down this season, grab a little bit more depth, even though we probably don't need it, right? We're pretty much going to stick with the offensive line we have, I'd imagine. So even though I scouted a few linemen, it's probably not worth it. Linebacker Baldwin, Connor Baldwin, also a kind of NFL, I wouldn't say legendary, but an NFL known name, if you will. Yeah, I might trade down. I kind of want Baldwin and Miller. I don't know if I'll get either, though, so I'm going to trade down early third, see what we got. It's funny, I'm kind of joked about that Bills trade, but it's actually kind of the one I want the most now. The Bills actually, they knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing and knew what I wanted before I knew what I wanted. Okay, who let the Bills cook this hard? They cooked way too hard. Winters, is that not the corner we just saw that probably sucks? I seen McCutcheon there, but that's all right. Let's take a look. Maybe one of them's gone and we just take whoever's remaining. I think linebacker's a bigger need, even though I think that lineman is more guaranteed. Connor Baldwin, 22. He looks great. I'm going to take him. Another hidden. Slow. Well, I wouldn't say slower than I thought. That left side says elite, but I think it tricks me more often than not. And then I think we might just trade with the Falcons with that pick we just gained, or trade our own third, whatever it may be. Oh, we don't have a third. Oh, yeah, we had to trade the third. Damn. We had to trade the third just to move up 3 spots, which I think is worth it, because it ended up being, a hidden dev edge rusher, but still. Can we just do a bunch of this and just call it a day? Really? All of that? That, I get they're moving a whole round ahead, but I don't know, dude. Personally, I think that's fair, and what I say goes. That's really how it goes. Take Palmer. All right, fair enough. Let's grab our lineman, and unless I had a fullback or something, probably call it a draft. Don't even know if we have our fullback still. This pick is going to be Mr. Justin Miller. 21 years old, a bunch of decent, good ratings. Please be hidden. And he is. Fair enough. We move on. And apparently I still have a running back that's here. He's a day 3. I did not think he would be here this late. Not the fastest in the world, but A, trucking. Obviously, you're going to make the list at that point. Boom. And normal dev, 90 speed, 90 excel. For a 7th round pick, that's actually not bad though, right? Like he's going to probably be in the 70s, I'd imagine at worst. So it is what it is. It's worth it, I think. Let's take a look at our draft class. Maybe the edge rusher's like 75, 76. I can't, oh my, 73. Can't really imagine any of the players being that high though, but we did land like all hiddens, right? Other than the running back, which he's a 7th round pick. What did you expect? Max Calhoun, very good finesse, pretty damn good block shedding. Swim move, fair enough, makes sense. Don't even know, is it left end we needed? I think it's right, I don't know. It's right end, left end, who cares? Let us see. Did we cook? Oh my lord. I guess something in the 90s, if we even have that. 93, sure. Star dev, I mean, he's okay. He's not a spectacular player, but he's okay. 73 overall haul. 81 finesse. The finesse is cooking. No finesse ability, which I actually forgot to mention for the Bears franchise. I might actually have to go in there and, like, you know, tinker with some things, because for some reason EA decides that, like, even though they're a finesse player or a power move player, they just don't have moves, which, like, I don't understand. Even if you're a 7th round player, if you're a pass rusher, you have some sort of move, right? Like, even if you're supposed to be finesse, you at least in life spawn with the bull rush. Because even if you suck at it, that is the move you're going to go to if you suck, right? Like, everyone knows, okay, you got to push the guy, right? So, even if you're like the worst player in the world, you should at least have some sort of move. It's kind of how it works. You are... Oh, this guy was normal. No, he was hidden, actually. Okay, never mind. Block shed is good, but his zone is terrible, so he might not be taking anyone's job anytime soon, to be honest. But I'll probably play him in middle, I think is the best bet. Superstar. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Is it right out or middle? Because middle is Simmons. I don't know if he's going to be a long-term starter, but either way, we cooked. We did all right, and you know what? Miller might never start, so I'm just going to skip. All right, it says we're an 88 overall, which is a 95 offense, 80 defense, so still a bit of a difference, but obviously we're getting there. Obviously, once again, on the offensive side of things, everything's fine. No issues there, no real worry. Defense, we're still obviously developing. The front four it's all developable. I have Hall as the number 1 because he has the highest pass rush ability, and as a rookie, if he wins Rookie of the Year, you know, huge dev up chance. Calhoun, obviously he starts because, well, he's very similar to Ojabo's stats or ratings, but 3 or 4 years younger. Baldwin, superstar, but also in general, Simmons is 27 now, and he's only an 88 overall. His potential has been reached. No block shed, you know, okay zone, pretty good man, but that's like really it. So he's just a depth guy at this point. And then obviously at cornerback, I'm going to give Mitchell the start. Bullard number 3, as Mitchell has really good man coverage, and obviously he's only a year older, so things change a little bit for that. I wish we can, you know, balance him out a little bit more, but it's not the way it goes with auto upgrade. And then Merrick, 81 overall. You know, his ceiling's kind of reached, but his zone is very good, so a couple more upgrade points. Maybe he's 87, 88 zone, gets a dev up, and he's locked in at that for a while, and, you know, you got your safety set, so the team is getting better on defense, but really the problem is the offense isn't, you know, holding its end of the bargain. 98 mil, speaking of the cornerback we were talking about, needs a contract. Kendrick needs a contract. Eric McCoy could be on his way out because we are kind of running out of money here a little bit, and I don't know when we have to pay Stroud, potentially. But Kyle Pitts, obviously, it's going to be hard to ever find a tight end as good as him in Madden, so 7-year, 112. Ugh. Really don't want to tag him, but I suppose that is a last-ditch effort. And whether Mitchell is the starter or not, this is way too good of money not to keep him. So 742, if he's the number 1 guy all the way, that would be a huge cheapness. Same with Kendrick, 69 mil left. We probably could afford McCoy, but I don't know if I want to. But Tyler, let's go a little bit higher. I don't know if that's going to be enough, but 20 mil per. Really good player even at normal dev, so we're all right with it. 47 mil, we already counted for Kyle Pitts. If I could do like a 1-year McCoy, I think we might do like a tag on him, to be honest. I really don't know if I want him long-term. I know he's really good. It's just, like I've said in many, many rebuilds in the past, I think if you have to cut ties with anyone, obviously the O-line is the first to go, at least in-game. The ultimate choke job is in! But we're in the playoffs. I did not expect that. The division has been terrible, which is surprising because it's the freaking AFC, but had a pretty good season. Then we literally lost 5 of the last 6. I love it. So the Ravens, obviously, they had a lot of losses. They started to pick it up near the end, but too little too late. The Bengals kind of, well, they actually picked it up near the end as well. Kind of seemingly not as good in general. Who the hell's the other? Steelers. I think they were pretty low on the list, though. And yeah, a lot of sells. Specifically us and the Steelers, though. Bunch of losses in a row. Let's take a look at the stats. See if we actually played all right. And, oh, okay, the Raiders. The Raiders playbook is out of here. Breece Hall, maybe a dev up, though, which would be perfect timing because we're about to come off of this Raiders playbook like this playoffs. I mean, it's just not doing anything for us on offense, so gonna have to go to, the Buccaneers or the Chiefs or the Cowboys, something along those lines of cheese, because, stats and whatnot, the ratings don't really seem to matter, which is super cool. Lamar Jackson, MVP again. Is that 3 straight years? I wonder why. Is it because he's in the... No, it couldn't be because he's a Cowboy. That would be ridiculous. No way playbooks matter that much. Ragnow's a superstar. Sweet. And that was pretty much it, but... yeah, time to change the playbook a little bit on offense and maybe even defense. I changed it this season to the Chiefs. I don't know who to go to. I might just go to, I don't know, the Commanders, I guess. Let's go San Fran, actually. Let's go San Fran. And then offensively, the Packers maybe. I don't know. They don't run with the tight. Like, I need a team that plays the tight end. And it's like kind of only, let's try ATL. It's been a while since I ran Atlanta. It's kind of the Chiefs, but let's go with Atlanta and see if the Pitster can get going. But 90 overall versus their 84. I still don't feel great about it, though, I'm going to be honest. Going to the end of the game against Miami. Huge rushing touchdown to bounce off of their fail. They get a touchdown. They get another touchdown. They're now up 10 points after the field goal. Right before half, they get another field goal. We are down 13 points. And this is not on the defense. This is, once again, an offensive failure of insane magnitudes. I mean, this is a Dolphins team that, playbook-wise, you would assume would be weak because of the defense, not the offense. Or the opposite. I don't know what I'm saying at this point. Who gives a damn? Nobody's really open. And, I mean, that's going to be lockdown coverage. Okay. Maybe their defense is good. 9 whole completions through basically 4 quarters, though, is unacceptable. I don't know what we need to do. Is it just Chiefs or you lose every game? Is that how this goes? Of course, the clock's running. It's going to make things nearly impossible to come back from, but thankfully it's not, and sadly they gave me kind of a bad play. We are not ready for this at all, but we did run command. Nobody's going to finish the play, but we do get a sack. Morley with the sack. I would have loved for him to get that ball off, but you know what? Do you know what? We have a chance, and that is all you could ask for. Merrick, who we just got. Can he get a miracle? And we don't get the block. That was really cool of a dive. Not a really cool of a pun. I wasn't talking about the pun. A miracle. This guy deserves to lose. They let us go in untouched. Oh my, really? Wait. Hold on. Hey, we would have had the block, I think. Okay, probably still would have went over us, but he changed direction mid-punt? Okay, give this guy a lifetime contract. Are you insane? Is that a linebacker? And that's a dot. And he drops it, of course. Who? Is that Marshawn Lattimore? The reason why I went for the run after the catch is because I actually thought there was a chance he could have slipped behind the entire defense there, let alone just gaining the first down. A little bit of a bump. That'll lead to the game-losing interception. It was a linebacker who is playing perfect coverage, Chance Campbell. Once again, I don't understand. I mean, don't get me wrong. We struggled against the Chiefs in our Texans franchise. I don't understand how when I do these rebuilds, the base all Madden sliders are easier. Like, am I just... and then he misses the throw. Oh, CJ, you bot. But am I missing something? Am I misinterpreting or something the sliders? Like, obviously there he was wide open and he just missed the throw anyways, but, like, why are things happening? That's got to be. Quentin Johnston! Down the sideline. Does he have the juice? Oh, my God, he is slow. To the 11. Holy. That is a not fast man. That is something. And the zig, if in man coverage, could be deadly. We can keep this in the field of play if we have to. Let's go to the running back because, if we have to is a statement that, requires it to be kind of last-ditch effort. This is why the AI loses. 28 seconds, 0 timeouts. 2 of the main all Madden plays are a read option and a straight-up dive. Then I switch to the next page. It's 2 drags, which in fairness, I guess, because it's at the 5. But, what are we doing here? Quentin Johnston, he kind of set up the play. We can keep the ball in field of play, but I, once again, would prefer not to. And we're in some trouble. There's no way. Okay. Let's get up to the field. Get up to the line. Hurry up! Okay, last play. They're not going to expect it. Breece Hall. Touchdown, Breece! The game, CJ Stroud, checking the line like it's a normal play. He's just chilling. They didn't ice the extra point. The walk-off rushing touchdown from 5 yards out. And we win the game. I can't believe we did. CJ Stroud looks like he looked really fast compared to the CJ Stroud I'm used to. Once again, I don't know if the sliders are just different, but I would love the difficulty that they just posed to us. Of course, Breece Hall carrying, had the same exact yards pretty much as, especially if you count receiving yards. Okay, maybe not. As the quarterback, and he's a running back. That's, a little insane. Morley, obviously, with that insane sack we had, which I imagine a half a second longer he gets that ball for a touchdown or a huge play. We save the day. They should have ran it because, you want the clock to run, right? If he throws, a wobbler that hits the ground, in today's NFL, massive chance to win the game for us, So I'm not really sure what the idea is there, but it is what it is. Watkins with a finesse upgrade. No wonder why his finesse isn't really... How is that a run stopper archetype, though? I don't even know. CJ Stroud, how's he looking? I kind of want a medium accuracy, which strong arm usually gives you pretty good medium accuracy. He's 93 overall now. Not quite, but under pressure, I guess, is pretty good, too. Beating the Dolphins barely with a losing record, mind you, but we shouldn't be a losing record for a 90 overall, even if our defense overall sucks. The Patriots, of course, a scheme that I'm not really super familiar with when it comes to, sim stats, but then there's that guy. That's kind of the main reason. This might be a blowout, not going to lie. How fitting the Raiders make it to the championship round. If we win this game and we lose to the Raiders scheme after, bashing it, I'm going to be so mad. But I don't think we're going to have to worry about that. The defense is doing literally everything again. Offense, nice drive. It was a long drive, too. One more to score wins the game. And the defense... Okay, I guess I was right. It was a blowout, but in favor of us. I did not expect that. The Patriots. I got to see who they beat the first game. Mahomes! 6 incompletions out of 27. Missed 2 for interceptions. Breece Hall, pretty good. Jacobs locked down. Pitts, 2 touchdowns. 72 yards. Okay, the Falcons scheme maybe doing okay. No pressure, apparently. A pick for Samuels and Mitchell, and then kicking was very clean. Once again, I want to see what the Patriots game was looking like for the wild card round, because, did they blow them out, and then we blew them out, and, we actually have, a reason to believe in ourselves again, or what's the story? Slot upgrade always for corner, especially when they're maxed in zone or higher in zone. 1 to speed, 3 to press, 2 to... Was that man, or was that zone? I don't even know. But... Once again, it's just slot is just always the best upgrade for corner. There's some arguments for different positions and players and whatnot, but not for a corner. Corner is always slot. The only problem is you do gain a little bit more man than you would zone, but that's why you hope for a guy like we just had, where his best attribute is his zone. So the Patriots. Oh, do they have a bye week? Actually, they had a bye week, so we beat them off the bye. Get smoked, kids. Of course, Cowboys probably going to win that game. Raiders, I think it showed they won, so we'll see. Bears, Saints. Yeah, I wonder if they're going to beat the Cowboys, stop them from going on the 3-peat. Surely, it'd be awesome if the Cardinals actually beat the Cowboys, but yeah, let's be realistic. We are a 90 overall. They're an 86. Apparently, that's 13-4, whereas we're 8-9. I love it. And hold the F on. The Cardinals actually beat the Cowboys. I actually just seen on the bottom, although it doesn't seem like it's going to matter. 10-14. Come on, nice little bounce back. Oh, we needed that score so bad. Instead of 17-14, it could have been like 20-14, so we would have been down 1. Ooh. Oh, we were in this. Did we score? Oh, my God. I don't know. It looked like we turned the ball over, unless we turned it over and they turned it over. Got to say that the Raiders, from the 3, we got to get in here. It seems like it's almost always a guaranteed score from here. I mean, I'm on Team Blitz. You can't give someone time from the 3, right? It's like the universal situation to blitz in. Oh, picked off! Right in the hands of Samuels, who is not the fastest linebacker in the world, but he's got hands apparently. And from the 9, instead of a tie or lead, we are holding the lead. Up 3, chance to go to the championship round, or the Super Bowl, and win this championship round. 4th and 3, you gotta go for this. You gotta put your big boy pants on. The balls need to come out. Well, maybe they can stay in, but they need to grow, and you need to win this game. Tough one, but who do you go to? But him, no one. Amon-Ra, damn Egyptian god out here. I think that's what he's named. Hey, 41-yard touchdown. That's a Egyptian god, right? Amon-Ra? I don't freaking know. Either way, we win by 10, and this Browns team is headed to the Super Bowl. 2 interceptions for Josh Allen. This defense, maybe not the highest overall. Maybe don't get that many sacks, but they take the ball away. Sack for Calhoun, sack for Beal, interception for Merrick, the new man on the block, and then Samuels. Oh, this is actually, okay, I'm thinking of the guy we drafted. Blocked kick, which things change. Thinking of the guy we just drafted, but Samuels actually is kind of fast, so excuse me, he's actually pretty speedy. He's like 87, 88, maybe even higher at this point, because obviously he developed very quickly. Like his overall went up like tremendously. Kyle Pitts, see what he gets. Obviously, I try to upgrade these guys anytime I get a legit chance. Some pretty good route running in there. 91 speed, and I think he starts off just that. Thought he honestly started off higher than that, to be honest. But Carlos Crocker with, holy crap, a lot of awareness. And then, I'll do the rest real quick as we head on to the Super Bowl, which once again does not feature the Cowboys. If we go all this way and don't win when it's not even the damn Cowboys, I don't think you understand how disappointed I'll be, especially since, I'll just not believe we have a chance at all, right? This is the time to do it. This is, the destiny time. Calhoun, 79 overall now, and, what's his finesse? 85 already. All right, let's see it. Let us see it. It's either the Cardinals and what was it? Not the Browns. The Bears. Winner of this one. We're about to face the Bears. So the freaking Cardinals take out the Cowboys. And then the Bears take out the Cardinals. They get gifted, basically. And now we have to face them. So 6-point game. What was the end sim? So 3 there. Fair enough. There you go. And let's take a look at our DevUps if we had any. Hoping Breece Hall, right? Breece Hall should have went to Superstar for sure. Oh my lord, it is impossible to dev up running backs. Hall, I think, went up, and Coleman? No, Coleman was already Superstar. Hall went up, and then Samuels, I think, was he Superstar? I think he was. Who the hell wasn't Superstar? I think it's just because our middle linebacker was hidden, and then obviously changed to yellow because he's Superstar. I think that's what's throwing me off. But obviously Hall was only star, so he gets... Did he get double XP for that? Did he actually get double for that or no? I mean, that's pretty sweet if he did. I'll go run stopper just because I know they're going to focus on finesse. 3. Nice. Do one more for run stopper, and then go back to finesse. 3. Nice. I mean... you don't break what's not broken. I don't know what that means. 7 to block shed. So 78 block shed, 86 finesse. He is really good already. Here it is. Going up against the Chicago Bears. Don't know what their scheme's like, but they are a very good team. There's no doubt in that. Trevor Lawrence, Richburg, the tight end, and Fred Warner are their main names. Whereas we have Amon-Ra, Puka Nacua, and Kyle Pitts. But yeah, I pretty much had to show the sim for the Cardinals versus the Cowboys. It's probably the most unrealistic thing I've seen in Madden for years. I almost never see the Cowboys lose, especially to a Cardinals not roster, but playbook. I don't know if they're usually good because they just don't do anything with it, but huge play by Brees, I'd imagine. But yeah, I mean, I can't imagine they do well in Sim. And on 4th and 6, they ran the ball. Thank you, EA, for one sweet benefit from the dumb. The Browns, who have drafted only offense, have won the Super Bowl. Now, I, for one, do not super look forward to when we have to do the defensive one. Now, don't get me wrong, offensive line, not the hardest to draft, but tight end, kind of hard. Wide receiver, very hard. Running back, near impossible. And then quarterback, you basically need a top 10 pick. So, definitely harder. And I also, once again, kind of think you don't win many games if you aren't scoring points. Defense sucking, you can win some games. Offense doing nothing, you pretty much lose every game. So, I don't know if that's the next one we do. Maybe on Saturday. I think this is coming out on Monday. But there's also basically no point in doing another season because the Cowboys have won back-to-back in this realm. So, does anyone really care even if you win back-to-back or best 2 out of 3? Probably not. So, yeah, that's kind of, you pretty much win 3 in a row. And I don't know. I'm surprised we even won this, to be honest. Of course, a really good shootout, but, we ended up winning the game. It was Mr. Brees with a 49. No, it was not Mr. Brees. It was Charbonnet. I told you it might not have been him. That's why I said probably, but not actually him. Elijah Moore killed it with 3 touchdowns. No one ever seems to want him. It's like the Will Smith freaking Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, like, I wouldn't even call it meme, but episode, basically. And Hall with a sack. We just kind of hyped him up. No interceptions, no kicking blunders other than Tucker with the extra point miss. But that's like basically it. Our old kicker throwing us a bone, even though we didn't technically need it. But anyways, I suppose it's about that time to say our farewells. But before doing that, we will look at the team itself. Aquanu is really bad at finesse blocking, and base pass blocking is not great. But everything else is really, really good in fairness. But those are kind of like the biggest things you kind of need to be good at. So it's like, oh yeah, all these other things are great. It's like basically being fire safety, and it's like, yeah, the fire safety here is great. The walls are, heat resistant and this and that. Oh, the sprinklers don't work, but everything else is great. It's like, well, that's like kind of the most important thing, but sure. Of course, Quentin, I don't even know why I looked at him. He's already really good on his own. I guess we'll look at Tyler Smith. He, 89 overall. Not the highest overall, but once again, just across the board really good. Pass block finesse, you'd want a little bit more, I suppose, but obviously that's still really good. 94 overall for Kyle Pitts. Only 24. It's such a crime. How is he that good? I mean, he's literally wide receiver speed, wide receiver, and then some, receiver ability. Did the show release, by the way? Where do you see release? Am I, slow? I don't see release. Do you have to actually look at, the depth chart / edit player to see this? Where is the release? It's probably 82 or something anyways. 80. Okay. I mean, not the best, but for a tight end, that's probably, number 1 in the entire league. Amon-Ra, 97 overall. Always a dependable guy in these rebuild situations. Never gets his release higher than 85, 90, but still, he's really good anyways. And then Nakua, I would love to see what he developed into, because obviously X Factor out the gate, only 24. Release sucks as well. So off the line, these guys suck, but off their break, they're probably going to be pretty good. Quentin Johnston, 79 overall. It's probably pointless to even look at him, but also super young and, early sucks. That's just the way it is. Brees Hall didn't get to superstar. So disappointed, but was good enough as a running back, and in the playoffs was decent. Had some pretty big runs for us. Obviously a 90-plus overall, very good juke move. Speed's a little lower than I would have thought at this point, but obviously good running back and did what we needed him to do. Did just enough. 93 overall for Stroud, 96 deep, 91 medium, 97 short, 92 throw power, basically 90 and everything else besides break sack. Good enough, right? Pretty decent. And then the defense, Trayvon Merrick. I guess I am kind of curious. He got up, 2 overalls? What's that zone? Got no zone coverage upgrades. That is insane. How is that even possible? I don't know. Kendrick, did he ever get higher than 85 speed? Unbelievable. 85 speed, but 86 zone, so Fair enough. He was a gem in the rough or dime in the rough. Something's rough, all right? Rich Morley, really good block shed, okay zone coverage. We don't talk about man press catching, probably jumping. I mean, yeah, it's just... All right, let's just not talk about that. And what else do we have? Samuels, who had a really good glow up year 1 and then just like nothing year 2, I guess. But basically a DT with block shedding and then zone coverage decent. Man, press, all that stuff pretty much the same as Morley. Maybe a little bit better in jumping. But Baldwin, the new man, 79 overall. Block shed's great as well. Basically, you have anyone with better than Dalton Schultz athleticism coming out of the backfield or... from the tight end position, you're cooked. You're done. It's over. But Carlos Crocker, 88 man coverage, speed and all that's pretty much what he started with. I think he got like an extra excel, but nothing insane. Mitchell, 81 overall, obviously pretty young still. Signed him to a long-term deal. Really good man coverage. Okay press. You'd like to see the press and zone a little bit up there, at least press, but not happening. Watkins, of course, we've seen that he was developed weirdly because he's had... higher run stopper than finesse, yet clearly not, right? 3 worse block shed than finesse. I guess different like play recs mean more than finesse. Finesse, they're like, me dumb, me pass rush or something. I don't know, I guess. But I don't know, it makes no sense. 86 finesse, 78 block shed, 89 strength. Yeah, I don't know. What else do we have? Bullard, 78 overall. Why the hell not? Take a look at him. 1-year player. Zone coverage, maybe a safety. Already, catching up to the actual safeties we have for zone coverage. And then, do we care about kicker punter? Not today. If you guys enjoyed this one, though, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new. If you're not new, I really do appreciate continued support. Also, several of you guys have been, doing the super thanks, which is insanely generous. You know who you are, and I absolutely appreciate it. I'm not wasting the money on hookers. It's good money on hookers, not wasted on hookers, of course. But, yeah, really do appreciate it a ton. Maybe follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, second channel, Pkr Plays, for non-Madden content. And let me know in the comment section below if you want to see more of these types of challenge rebuilds. If you have any suggestions yourself, let me know. It'll be featured in the video. And for the FBI listening and monitoring everyone's calls, the hooker thing was a joke. No need to come here during the hours. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you guys come back for next video, but until next video,